Hello everyone. If you are into the realm of video editing, you must have seen an explosion of tools using AI to automate video editing. But here is one new technology which can change everything you know. Imagine you have an hour long video and wish to identify all the clips where a certain topic is discussed. This would need a manual human editor who can take hours to go through the video and find all relevant clips and then edit them out. All this is going to change with the revolutionary new multimodal AI technology called ClipAnything. Now you can reduce the video editing workflow from hours to minutes using AI. In this video, we shall discuss the capabilities of ClipAnything and how we can build one ourselves for free using open source technologies. So let's get started. ClipAnything is the first multimodal clipping AI which lets you clip any moment from any video using both visual and audio information. AI has conquered the text realm many years ago, and now with the visual models like GPT-4 Vision, even the image department is conquered. What this means is now AI can not only hear and converse, but can also look and understand visuals. This changes everything for video creation, as this is the major task of a video editor, that is, listen to and look at a video and do the clipping. And now AI can do this too. Let's try to understand the capabilities of ClipAnything. ClipAnything can analyze everything in a video. It is the state of the art video AI model that can analyze each frame through visual, audio, and sentiment cues. It can identify objects, scenes, actions, sounds, emotions, text, and whatnot, everything in a frame. Each scene is then rated based on its virality potential. Once we have done the analysis, the next step is to find all the relevant clips based on a user prompt. Whether you want to compile all the scoring from a sports game or highlight the best scene from your travel vlog, just type your prompts and ClipAnything will personalize your clips and automatically capture key moments to match your vision. Imagine ChatGPT but for video editing. Now, video editing is going to be as simple as just chatting. Now that the clips are ready from your prompts, the next step is to reframe it so that you can keep the main character at the center. So you can reframe anything into social ready clips. Whether it is a football soaring across the field, a whale gliding through the ocean, or a host speaking in a newsroom, ClipAnything can reframe anything by identifying key objects and actions. It then tracks them across frames and seamlessly reframes your clips to 9 is to 16, 1 is to 1, and the common 16 is to 9 format. Now that we have seen what all ClipAnything can do, let's try to understand how we can build something similar using openly available technologies. So let's get started. So here is the workflow if you wish to build ClipAnything. So the first part is video understanding, and for this one we will use both the visual and audio information as we have discussed before. So in this video, we are going to only build the audio understanding part, and probably in the next video, we can look at the video part as well. Once you have done that, then your next step is to identify the clips from prompts that we will be doing as well in this video. And then comes the auto reframe. I'm not going to cover it in this video as I have already covered it in one of my previous videos, and I'm going to share that link in description. Here is how we will be understanding an audio from a video. We'll be using Whisper or Grok to fetch the transcript and then the segments from the transcript. We'll be using Whisper in this code example. As you can see, we are going to use it locally. And before that, we would need to convert the video into audio, and we'll be using FFmpeg for that. Once that is done, you can pass the audio to Whisper model and it will generate you a transcript, and we will be storing the start and the text part of a segment. We don't need the other information, as this is the only thing that we are going to use in the next step to identify all the relevant clips for a prompt. Now that we have the transcript from the previous step, the next step is to fetch all the relevant clips, and this is how we are going to do this. We are going to use this prompt and pass it to OpenAI to identify all the relevant clips. So let's try to understand what this prompt is. So this prompt says that you are an expert video editor whose task is to read video transcripts and perform video editing. So given a transcript with segments, your task is to identify all the conversations related to a user query. And I have asked it to follow all these guidelines when generating a conversation that is relevant to the prompt that is provided. So here are the guidelines that are given. The conversation that it should pick from the transcript should be relevant to the user query, and the conversation can include one or more than one segments to provide context and continuity. As we have seen in the previous slide, we get a list of segments in the transcript, and what we are asking here is ChatGPT to go through all the segments that are present in the transcript and identify all the relevant segments and group them to form a conversation. And this conversation should be in such a way that it should be complete and it is not broken in between. And the conversation should not cut off in the middle of a sentence or an idea. And I have asked it to choose multiple conversations from the transcript that are relevant to the user query. And I have also asked it to pick the start and end time of this conversation using the segment timestamps from the transcript. So this is the entire prompt that I have given, and its task is to go through the entire transcript and figure out all the relevant conversations that match with the user prompt. Now that I have all the relevant conversations, the next step is to edit the video, and for this I'll be going to use movie player library. So once I have a list of conversations, I can go through all of them and I can get the start and end time, and I can create a sub clip using movie player library, and I can concatenate all the clips to get the final clip, and I'm writing it to output in this code as you can see here. So all the code we have discussed so far is available in this GitHub repo. It's pretty straightforward to run through. So you can just go here and run this app.py file, and you need to provide your input video file and as well as your user prompt. And before that, make sure to run the requirements.txt so that you can install all the dependencies that are needed. And what I have done is I have given an input of OpenAI Dev Day, and I have asked it to find all the places where GPT-4 Turbo is mentioned, and I have got this output. So let's check it out. Here is the original video, which is around 45 minutes 36 seconds long, and I am going to see the output of the edited video now. So this is the final edited output I got. It is around 3 minutes long by clipping out all the relevant components. So just let's try to see how it looks.
Today, we are launching a new model, GPT-4 Turbo.
So as you can see, it figured out that this conversation is about GPT-4 Turbo and it was able to clip it out. Similarly, if you go through the entire video that is present in the GitHub, you will identify that the entire conversation is around GPT-4 Turbo, and it has gone through the entire video that is 45 minutes long, and it figured out that this 3 minutes is the relevant part. Whatever we have discussed so far is the way to apply ClipAnything using code. But what if you are not a coder and you want to use ClipAnything? You can use Wadu AI, which automates this entire process, and we'll see how we can use this tool to perform the same task that we have discussed until now. So as you can see here, once you enter the dashboard, you can click on the AI cut part, and it will give you an option to enter a YouTube link, or you can upload a video, and you can click on ClipAnything and mention your prompt to identify the relevant component. That is all the relevant clips that are matching with your prompt. So I'm not going to do this now as I have already done this. So let's go back and pick this clip, which is the same one that we have seen in the example before. So I have done the same thing. I have picked the ClipAnything model, and I have asked it to find all places where GPT-4 Turbo is mentioned, and it is able to find all the individual clips where GPT-4 is Turbo is mentioned. As you can see, it is mentioned from 5 minutes 37 seconds to 6 minutes 54 seconds, and so on. It identified 4 clips, and it is also giving me titles of these clips, what is the major gist of it, and I can either use all of them individually, or I can combine them to get a final video. So I can click on create shot to also do the auto reframing part. So this is how you can use ClipAnything in a no code way. So I'll share all the relevant links in description, and if you like the video, make sure to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you again in the next video.